Welcome to Side Dish, my friends. We are more than an appetizer when it comes to pop culture and fun. We're the whole meal. Look at it. We're here. We're in the building. Headkrack, the lovely Claudia Jordan, my guy Tanner Thomason. How y'all doing tonight?
We are fantastic. How y'all doing?
Feeling great. Feeling alive. Happy to help celebrate this Veterans Day a little bit.
Yo,
That's
man,
right.
big shout out to all the veterans, those who served, who have served in the armed forces. Thank you so much for protecting our freedoms and busting your gun when necessary. And it's crazy because, like, when you think about all the different, like, celebrities, too, who actually, like, check that box as well, there's a lot of people that I actually was surprised to find out about. Like Mr. T from the A-Team. He was in the Army.
Oh, wow.
Ice-T also was in the military. In addition, an additional fun fact, Ice-T was also, he used to do the gymnastics. He'd do that parallel bar.
Really?
Hugh Hefner, Army. Morgan Freeman, Air Force, fly guy. Chuck Norris, Air Force. I thought he would have been a Marine. Malice of the Clips was actually in the Army as well. And don't hurt him, Hammer. MC Hammer also was in the Army.
I think I knew that about MC Hammer.
I didn't know that component. I knew he was like a ball boy for the Oakland A's at one point in time, but I had no idea that he was in the Navy. And then once again, Mr. T.
Wow, he looks different.
Yeah, the T stands for tired.
Yeah. Well, he's been around for a while.
He's been pitting pools for a long time.
We thank you all for your service. My dad was a veteran too, and also my ex-boyfriend KJ, Air Force. So
that's what's up, man. Salute to them, big time.
Yeah. Thank you. Couldn't have been.
Was y'all in ROTC or anything when you guys was like in high school? You at least thought about it?
Almost joined the Army, and I made them so mad when I changed my mind. The very last day you had to change your mind, I was supposed to go up to Boston, take a test, and get sworn in. And I said, you know what, to my recruiter, I think I'm going to be a model instead. He was like, what? I was so pissed. And, and then right after that, we went to Desert Storm. And after that, I have been on top of my news. I had no idea what we were going through at the time. They was
literally dodged the bullet.
Yeah.
The Army too. Had been hard.
You'd have been real popular in the Army, though, Claudia. They would have loved you.
Yeah, my mom told me they used to run all kind of trains in the military bases. I don't think I want to be that kind of popular, though. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Well, that's
they get it in. Not saying that.
No, I have seen the message boards where people be talking like, "Yo, is this your chick?" And like, yo, they be out there doing the most. Man.
My mom, yes, my mother was saying how kind of like they was getting it in. Not she was, but she was like those dirty women. Those loose women over there. But how my mother know this?
That gives a whole new meaning to be all you can be, you know? Okay. Well, there's other kinds of service, like serving our country.
Are they serving them right?
President. Huh? Oh, they're serving them right. Yeah.
Serving them well.
Serving them well. Former VP Kamala Harris may or may not be running for president again, but former Real Housewife of Potomac star Candiace Dillard Bassett says that she's not sure if Kamala is a fit or not, and you're never going to believe why.
So I walked up to her. She walked over to us, and she stuck out her hand, and I said, "Oh, it is so nice to meet you," and I shook her hand. Now, I was raised to shake a hand. I actually take great offense to limp handshakes. Like, I don't like you if your handshake is not firm. I went in to shake her hand, and I squeezed because that's a respectable handshake. She recoiled. Like, she goes, ouch. And she pulled her hand.
She said, ouch?
She said, ouch. She pulled her hand back. And I guess I don't know if I squeezed one of her rings. I was like, oh, nice to meet you. And she keeps walking. Literally, me and Chris looked at each other, and in unison, we said, she can't be president. Like, you can't take it. We're talking about handshakes. And that always stuck in my mind. And it's, it's not an end all be all of anything, right? But those are the nuances that like put you in the mind frame of, this is someone who I see as presidential, and this is someone who I question.
What do y'all think about this? Does weak handshake mean you're a weak person?
It's a characteristic for me. Like when people give you that flimsy fingertip, carpal tunnel, muscular dystrophy handshake that don't snap firmly, like when you put two Lego blocks together, I don't know. It feels like that person is not trustable. But there are levels to it. Don't try to like crush my hand like Superman did in Superman 2 when he crushed General Zod's hand once he got his power back. Like it's a fine balance. Low firmness, none of that flimsiness, and please don't say ow. I didn't know women felt that way about other women.
Yeah, to me, that's a surprise to hear a woman evaluate a woman's handshake. I've never had that thought.
I like Candiace. I know her. Candiace, this ain't it. I think this is absolutely ridiculous because look at Donald Trump. He has a firm handshake and he also is allegedly in a diaper. Allegedly, the mental decline, the recklessness, the erraticness, the emotionalness, the being on Twitter or Truth Social at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, oh, he has a great handshake. That means he could be a good leader. Kamala Harris is educated, highly educated, and was very qualified for the job. And I'm just getting sick and tired of women. I'm so sick and tired of the double standard where they look at every little thing like she can't laugh. She can't wear a certain kind of suit. Her suit's not fitted enough. It's too fitted. It's irritating. And for other women to jump on this bandwagon, Candiace, I'm a little disappointed in you for this. And next time I see you, we're going to talk about this. I don't like it. It's the pile-on for this. Like, look at the mess we're in now. And I'm like the Ellen Iverson, we talk about practice. And maybe, and if she said, ouch, and have you guys ever had someone shake your hand too hard where they try and do too much, show too much dominance, or I'm stronger than you? And if you have a ring on you, well, you guys probably don't wear rings on your right hand. I had someone shake my hand one time with a ring on so hard, I felt like I was injured. And that's not me being weak. I don't like it. If I shake hands all day long, it gets painful after a while.
Well, you got to match the energy. That's what I was saying before. Like, don't try to like make this a hand squeezing contest.
Right.
I do sometimes wear rings on both hands, but like every now, because I will give you a firm handshake, make that eye contact, part of like man stuff 101, but don't squeeze it like it's a stress ball. You know what I mean? And some people do try to go above and beyond a Call of Duty. And I would also like to point out Donald Trump has very small hands. They fit perfectly into anyone's palm. Like, when you like very tiny hands. I don't think his handshake is that firm.
I would need to see the Kamala handshake. I would like to take it back to the tape. I'd like to see Candiace and her shake hands. I'd like to see what was the flight pattern of the hand as it was meeting the other hand. If that was a good vertical, like in hello, hi, how you doing? I'll cut her the slack. But what the handshake that I won't, when the one comes in and like that, like that's a different thing. Every now and then people got that one too. It's like, hey, how you doing? No, give me the.
If you need evidence of Kamala Harris' handshake, I ask everyone to go look at the debate against Donald Trump where she annihilated him. She went right up to him. He was not even trying to shake her hand. And she went in and gave him a very stern, firm handshake. I just think this is like nitpicking on Kamala Harris. I really do.
I am curious though, Claudia, like, because HK, I know it's definitely like man 101. Like, I remember my dad, there were a couple like rules my dad hit me with that it's like, as a man, these are the things that you were going to do. And one of them was like firm handshake, eye contact when it happens. Mm-hmm. Do women get that talk?
No one talked to me about a handshake. Plus, I don't want to shake everyone's hand. And I learned that from Howie Mandel, being a model on Deal or No Deal. When you talk to pay attention about how filthy most people are, they scratch their butt, they're in the car, picking their nose when they're driving. You probably not want to shake everybody's hand either. I'm just saying.
That's true.
I'll be looking for that little disinfectant when it's all done after a bunch of daps and handshakes. Yeah.
All right. It seems like Lori Loughlin and her husband, Massimo Giannulli. Am I saying his name right?
Giannulli.
Now I butchered an Italian last name. Okay. Who were involved in the 2019 college admission scandal are divorcing after 27 years of marriage. Seems Lori did everything to save the marriage, and a family friend exclusively told Page Six this. For years, Massimo went to this strip club, Skin, on Robertson Boulevard in LA. It was years ago, but Lori ended up going down there to talk to the women to find out what he was doing. She actually sat down with the strippers. All right. Would you do this as a wife or, fellas, as a partner to save your relationship or marriage? Go and speak to the strippers. What would y'all girlfriends had a wives had an obsession with strippers? Would you go holler at the strippers?
No, I would. Like, here's the thing. Like, it's just too much going on there. Like, like you look crazy doing that.
Yeah.
I feel like at the end of the day, they like what they like. And if you let yourself go to where you can't do the things that they do, you have to look at the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror and figure out how you can compete at that level in order to continue to do those things. I'm not going to reduce myself to that low level detective work. So what are they like? How much they tip you when you do the thing? Do you wear the elephant trunks? Talk to me. You're like,
what was she thinking? My thing is like, if you're going down, if she's got such a problem with him going to the strip club, first it's the conversation. Hey babe, I'm not really comfortable with you going down there. They got to have that combo. And he's either going to say, you're right, and I won't do it again. Or I love it so much that I'm willing for you to be unhappy about this. And then the third option is, you're right, I'll never do it again. And then he continues to do it. You have to move from one of those three things. What you are not going to get any goodness in your life from is going down there to that. What was her name? Sparkles. Which one of y'all is Sparkles? Like, what you are not gonna, nothing. Cinnamon isn't about to tell you things about your husband that like are gonna make your life better.
And why would said stripper who gets their income from your man coming down there, why would she mess up her hustle by snitching on the man that puts money in her thong? Like, it makes no sense. It actually is pretty sad. Maybe she's had multiple conversations with him. She wasn't getting anywhere, and she detected. This to me means that she probably felt that there was an affair going on. It was more than just a strippy relationship. So,
do you think the stripper would tell her as a Full House fan? Like, I'm not doing this as a stripper, but I'm doing it as a person who's watched Full House for multiple seasons.
I'm thinking there are no Full House fans that are strippers because of the age. They're probably too young.
It used to come on at Nick at Night in the early 90s. And like, I mean, and my math is off because everybody is 22, right?
Claudia, are you saying that we have aged out of the Full House stripper era?
Yes, I would say yes. I think I went jogging today by school, and I was looking at the kids were like waving at me. And I was looking at them, I'm like, they were probably born in 2018. Think about that. 2018 or 2017, these kids. These strippers are probably born in 2003, right? 2002, 3, 4, 5.
Scary. Well,
They don't know Full House. They don't even know Junior Mafia, probably. So,
no, Claudia, I got to be clear. I'm not talking First Run when it was coming on TGIF on ABC. I'm talking Nick at Night, reruns, USA Network. I think maybe some channels just play things all over and over again, the same way TV One does Good Times.
I like where you're going with this, but the thought of today's strippers being in front of a TV watching Full House as a 7-year-old, and then getting tipped by it's kind of gross. The husband of the what? It's a lot, Headkrack. Your mind. I would like to look inside your mind.
It's a beautiful thing.
Lori Loughlin, then you put him away out of respect. For the OG. Wow. You have some respect for myself. Well,
now, Lori did 2 months in jail for her role in the scandal. Maybe it was all a scheme that Massimo set up, and she took the fall for love. That's pretty sad.
I mean, she ride or die chick.
She really did. She put her all into it.
Yeah, she deserved to be married to that man till they both died. Well, shout out to the homie Roy Wood Jr. Not long ago, he appeared on Club Shay Shay, and he talked about his book, The Man of Many Fathers, and one of the lessons he learned at 16 years old when he snitched on his 36-year-old co-worker at their dishwashing job. Check this out.
Oh, man, hooping he make his money hooping at work. And when he free, he helped me in the dish room. I come back to the dish room, and I'm behind. Supervisor come in and go, hey, but the dinner plates is taking too long. I go, well, I could be quicker if Mike was here. I say, Mike down in that gym, go ask Mike. He go down to the gym, get Mike. Mike come back to the dish room. Mike slaps at me. Then this man take a little vial out, tells me to get out of his dish room. And this man, for the next 30 minutes, Shannon, does the work that it should take 2 men to do an hour. 1 bump of cocaine. And that washed all them dishes. He ain't wearing no glove. Industrial dishwasher, that's 200 degrees. Mike was pulling them, stacking them, had the whole thing straight, We never were behind schedule. And he turns back to me and he goes, "Don't you ever question the master." Snitched on him. He gonna be in trouble. He gonna get written up. Nothing happened to him. And it was like the first time I learned a very valuable lesson of that. If you are exceptionally good at your job, the rules do not apply to you.
And I can't verify whether his coworker was Len biased or not, but do you feel like Roy was right?
Kind of, yeah. And I just want to offer an alternative. I've never done cocaine, never will. But if you want to get things done, and if you don't have a prescription for Adderall, a nice little no dose plus wine combo, you'll be so productive. Don't ask me how I know. And it's
Did
legal.
you say no dose and wine?
Oh my God! And you have great sex on. It's like Molly.
Do you have to take it in a particular order?
No, I just take the no dose, which is a caffeine pill, very safe, and then just some wine. You feel good, and you get things. You have energy, good mood. It's like I don't know why that's not like a thing. Like
I'm pretty sure that that's like on the no dose bottle that you're not supposed to drink with it.
Nope. And I
Like
love
99% sure.
absolutely not. I was very productive. Do not one thing. Did you not hear the lesson? Tanner, did you not hear the lesson?
No,
Yes, try it. Hey, next time you go on your date,
I'm taking notes.
Next time you go with your girlfriend, I want you to have some no dose and a glass of wine, and then let me know what she says about your performance that night.
I will. I'll come. I'll report. I'll report later this week. I actually want to get this book. I've seen Roy do a couple media appearances for the book, and it seems super interesting to me. And was he right? I mean, yeah, I think he was really right. And because I just watched the Charlie Sheen documentary not too long ago, and it's like, if you are really good at your job, they will let you get away with literally doing drugs on the job as long as you can still do the job. It's kind of crazy.
No, like there was a place I worked at. I don't want to tell a story because there's so many people who like fit this description, but I'm talking about one particular person who lived not in the state that I live in currently. They was doing all types of wild stuff. However, the ratings were good. And the company refused to let this person go because the ratings were good. You know what I mean? Like, this is somebody like, higher up the food chain in the company. This is like, well, damn, if like the rules should apply to everybody, but
they don't.
There's this unwritten rule to where when if you delivering and you getting it done, people will look the other way. Yep. And they don't care how you got it done.
You can be nuts. You can throw tantrums. You can do all kinds of stuff. If they think you're good, movie stars, actors, people in entertainment, right? That's a perfect example. In entertainment, how many times do you see people throwing crazy tantrums, acting insane, but they bring the numbers, they get away with it. You're absolutely right. But I'm telling you, no dose and wine. You don't need cocaine.
Results may vary. It's like you throw that out there. Results may vary. It might not be built for everyone's heart. We just want to protect a couple of people who got weak hearts out there. But listen, man, we got to run the break. But when we come back, man, Clifton Powell is black and he's mad. But is he mad because he's black? We'll talk about this and other things coming up in 2 minutes. Welcome back, y'all. Now, actor Clifton Powers had a long career in Hollywood, but he's the prime example of how colorism and racism has always had a place in entertainment. Now, recently he talked about how in his career he had the talent and energy, but not the right skin color. Take a look what he's talking about.
She was up for a big role in a big TV movie, but you didn't get the role because of your skin tone? The Rudy Bridges story?
Well, basically what happened was the producers told the director that I was so dark that it looked like I would scare everyone, so they wouldn't hire me. That's happened to me on a McDonald's commercial. One of my friends was the producer and the agency thought I was just too dark. You gotta understand, still people like that in the world, people like that in this business. I did a TV series, which I am not gonna say, but some of the Teamsters were Klan members. This is real. I don't take any from anybody that's racist, sexist, or anything, period. I encountered some racism on New York Undercover. The sound man, he was trying to put the mic in my hair. I had a scarf. I was playing this little thug guy, and I had my head wrapped like Tupac used to wear. And I told the sound guy, I said, sir, I don't want to run the wire up in my hair because I'm going to be rolling on the ground. He turned to me and looked me in my eye. He said, I tell you what then, why don't you do your sound in post? And then he said, boy, what did I tell you before? And I stepped back and I said, let me tell you something, bro. I will knock the f out of you on this set.
Man, Clifton Powell ain't one of them ones to play with.
Nope.
At all. I mean, how you feel about it? I mean, because you've been navigating Hollywood for a long time, Claudia. I mean, do you think Hollywood has stayed the same, or you think it's changed a lot?
Absolutely, it's that there's no reason why he should be bigger than he is. Clifton Powell is a dynamic talent, and I know it happens a lot with women. Like they really don't give a lot of breaks to brown skin, darker skin Black women. I thought it was less prevalent with men, but him speaking on it, I'm educated on it. That is horrific that they would say that he would scare someone because of his skin color. And this is a talented man, and he's so good at what he does. And I like that he still has that energy, like I will knock you out. And I believe him when he says it. Don't y'all believe him when he says it?
Yo, no, big time. But yo, sometimes when you are so confident and firm in your abilities, that gets misconstrued as being a menace or, or overbearing. And like, yo, like, and those, it seems like it's tapered off a little bit, but it still is a thing that you see in this business. Like, oh, like, I mean, it seems like the only time you see a light-skinned person in a more edgy or aggressive role is Michael Ealy. Like, he's the only person who gets to play like the crazy, like unhinged, tough, like, Black person. And I don't know, like, don't do Clifton like that.
I don't know where this irrational fear from racist white people comes from. I think about this all the time. Like, why is there so much animosity towards dark skin? And it's not just in America. Like, why is it such a negative stigma to it? If anything, there's an argument to be made that Black people should have that attitude towards racist white people for all the things that have been done to our people. But we don't. We have grace and religious and soulful and don't have that payback spirit. If anything, that should be that makes more sense to me. It's just such an irrational thing. Like, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? And I'm not talking to white people. I'm talking to racist white people. And there's a huge difference.
Sure. Yeah. It's interesting. Colorism was something that I didn't really begin learning about until probably, honestly, and this is potentially embarrassing to admit, somewhere in my 30s, did the idea, like, obviously I'm familiar with racism and like, oh, someone not liking someone for the color of their skin. Okay. Yeah, I got that. But the idea in Black culture that this person is perceived this way because their skin is a lighter tone, and what Clifton was talking about, his skin being a darker tone, keeping certain doors shut for him. And so it's one of those things where it's like, we're never going to get rid of racism, which is a horrible, terrible thing. But I am still always surprised to learn about the layers of colorism. And I feel bad for him here, like to think that, he would be right for a particular role. And then somebody somewhere says that his skin is too dark, is crazy to me.
Well, even when you look at the whole like debate between light skinned Viv and dark skinned Viv, they always tried to paint the picture like, oh, like the original Viv was just such a Janet Hubert. Oh, she was so aggressive. So no, she was confident. She was firm because she was so
Right.
talented. And not to say that Daphne Maxwell Reid wasn't, but people will go with something that looks lighter and just think it's the safer narrative, the less threatening thing to go with. It's even popular in Asian culture. You ever see like when they do those plays, they do the white face because they feel like the lighter you are, the more pure you are, the more clean you are, and it's such a subconscious seed that gets sprinkled and it grows into something terrible subconsciously, and people don't even really realize that.
To me, the most heartbreaking part of colorism is how it is between light skin and dark skin people in our own community. But I know how it happened. It started from what the slave masters did to us, and they made it preferential and easier life for the lighter skin blacks, and it caused a resentment. And it's like that is all because of them. It's all because of them, and we got to work hard to not perpetuate, because it is horrible. And the fact that this amazing actor is kept from any opportunities with that talent is an injustice. It really is. Yeah. All right. The Kardashian family drama isn't only for TV. Sometimes it goes down right in the group chat. Kourtney Kardashian said no mas to the BS as she exited the family chat stage left. Her reason? Take a listen.
He is just talking negatively about somebody who posted something and, oh my gosh, this person, and just like talking shit about them and like, how could they post this? And, just like analyzing it. And I'm like, really? Like, this is not what we have time for. And I just said, let them live their lives,
First of all, I wasn't talking to her. I was talking to Kylie and Chris, who chimed in. And Kourtney was like, can't you just let people be who they are? You're defending someone. And I said, but can't you give me the same energy, basically? Can't you let me be who I am? And she's like, you're so negative, and just like leaves the chat. And I'm thinking, what a who says something and then exits? Like, that's so lame.
Okay, thoughts on the dramatic group chat text exit? Should she have just muted it and gone about her day? It's not that serious. And our group chat's toxic. Have you guys ever left any of your group chats? Ooh, that's a tongue twister. Have y'all ever left a group chat like, I'm out of here?
I don't know, HK. I don't know that guys' group chats are about like, I can't believe what Gary posted. HK, can you believe what Gary posted? I can't believe he would post. Like, that's not what men's group chats are. I don't know what's happening in women's group chats. Men's group chats are like, hey, we're going to go see this movie at 7. Who all wants to go? And then 3 or 4 guys chime in. They're like, I'll be there. And somebody's like, I can't. I've got a date or whatever. That's about all that happens in men's group chats. Or it'll be like, yo, have you seen so-and-so lately? And then it's like the Instagram link. It was like, oh, wow, she's looking great. But that would be an extreme example. Like, we don't have weird drama in men's group chats.
Yeah, definitely not in my dynamic either. Like, I think if anything, there will be a group chat that just keeps going on and on and on and on. And then I have to mute it because, like, bro, this dinging is like giving me PTSD. Oh, yeah. I can't do it. But I was in a group chat recently with some friends from like when I was in high school, and we reconnected. And and I watched like one person leave the group chat like twice just to return. And the second time he left for good. So now he's out of the chat, and it's weird. And I ain't called him back about it because he's very long-winded. But I love this brother. But god damn, you know what I'm saying? Like I always run in the opposite direction of drama. Wherever the drama is, like, listen, there's too much going on in the world for us to be snickering and beef, especially if it's family. Like Chloe, you're gonna see Kourtney again. Kourtney, you gonna see everybody again. You can just mute the chat or just choose not to reply.
That's the other thing, is it's also wild. It's also wild for anybody, and I want everyone to listen real closely. Anybody watching at home, if you are ever looking at this thing right here, if you're ever looking at this thing and you start to get real mad, you know what? You can always just put it down, set it right over there, and live in the real world right here and right now. Like, why? Yeah, she's gonna see Chloe again. Why even start that fight?
If someone's annoying, like if it's a group chat where it's like someone's complaining, annoying, and the energy, I would delete a group chat. I'd leave it like, all right, I had enough. I want to look at my phone and see, ask text messages where people are asking my availability for bookings, love interest, and some positive news. I don't want to see someone bitching and complaining in a group text that I'm in. And I will leave, but I'll say something smart ass first before I leave. Like I'll make a good exit.
Like, how many group chats have you had to church finger your way out of?
I think just 2, but I have a lot of group chats. I have a lot, and there's so much data in those group chats. Yeah,
It'd be wild when there's different versions of the group chat. Like it's the same people, but one person's missing, but then there's another one with that person in it. You're like, yeah, that's where it gets weird.
because you're talking about that person that's missing. That's why.
Yep. Yep, got some of those myself. This is I love this story. So Niecy Nash, all right, Niecy Nash is known for securing the bag, but how about 10 bags? So she's on an international press tour for Ryan Murphy's Hulu series All's Fair, and she was seen at the airport wrangling 10. That's right, 10 bags of luggage. Check this out. Obsessed with this woman, hilarious.
Wow.
Yep, there she is. Now, here's her thing. Is she saying, I mean, first off, she looks amazing. She is defending her role as the bag lady to her bestie, Sherry Shepherd. Yeah. And she said, there's no light packing when your job is everywhere. Some people are saying it's overboard. Some people saying it's understandable given the circumstances. She's on a press tour. She's got to have a lot of different clothes, right?
She's doing a press tour overseas too. Like when I go somewhere and I have to do like you got to pack for different climates, and then you have to like bring just in case outfits and then a backup and options. 10 is a lot, but how long is the tour? Is it weeks? Is it a month? I've been on tour with a play, and then I had 2 big bags, 2 suitcases. It was never enough. It was like, I wish I'd have brought this. So, she probably got some elaborate outfits. 10 is a lot though. Can you imagine how much does that cost? Because every bag over.
Ooh, yeah.
Because even if she flew Southwest, she still had to pay for those first 2. Because I think they changed some things. Like she had bags like Prince Akeem and Coming to America. Like she all the bags. So the first one's free, then 45, then it goes up to 100, I think. Then what? 2? It's a lot. Yeah, I've never made it past that second or third tier of bags. Because I remember when I used to travel when I was a kid, I would take all of my things because the first time I went on an extended trip, I didn't return. So I was like, from that, like, so I used to move like that. Like I was like 2-3 suitcase shorty every time. I'm taking all my things, even in my, like the little water things that be having the pennies in them. I took that one time with me just in case I didn't come back.
What?
Like the water cooler things that sometimes people use it to put like change in it.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I took that with me one time on a trip just in case I had to return. I was very shell shocked. A lot of PTSD. I lost a lot of things.
You were traveling with like a hard plastic water jug.
It wasn't full, obviously, because I had made it way heavier. But yeah, it came with me. Yeah. I bought it with me. I keep it on me.
Headkrack. Wow,
it's in the middle. I get it.
Shout out to Niecy Nash, doing her thing, bag lady.
All right. Okay, moving on. Oh, is it time for a break? I think it's time for a break. We're going to take a break and unpack some things. We'll be back after 2 minutes. right, welcome back. Listen up, migraine sufferers. I've got some tasty news for you. Next time you feel one coming on, swing by McDonald's. So this is TikTok trend happening where people are trying the Coca-Cola and fries hack to relieve their migraines, and it seems to actually work. There's scientific reason for it. Check out what anesthesiologist Dr. Myro Figueroa said.
All right, can somebody please tell me the science of why McDonald's Coke and large fries cures my migraines in a way that no medication ever will? There's actually 3 reasons. For one, it's gonna give you a dopamine hit that's gonna make anyone feel better after anything. 2, a large Coke is gonna have 85 milligrams of caffeine. And that is more caffeine than the leading medication for migraines, Excedrin migraine. And if you didn't know, yes, caffeine can be a relief for a headache, especially a migraine. And 3, those french fries are going to have a ton of salt, which is going to hydrate you just like an electrolyte tablet would. There's actually a 4th reason, and that is in some people, low blood sugar can provoke a migraine. Well, 140 grams of carbs is going to fix that real quick.
All right, fellas, you guys believe in this migraine headache hack? And what other remedies have you tried or would you suggest? What do y'all think?
I mean, I think it might work for some people, maybe not for other people. I also know that there's like 1,000 ingredients in the French fries. So like with the right chemical combination, the combination from the soda and the syrup and maybe a little trace of the original recipe of the Coca-Cola, it maybe would make someone's headache go away when mixed with all those chemicals in the French fry.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't think we can downplay what he was talking about, that dopamine hit, you know, like that dopamine hit of like, oh, I also think part of it is like, get myself a snack. I get a super large Coke and some fries and that'll make my headache go away. I think it's like, okay, maybe it's a little bit of an excuse to get that super large Coke and fries. It was interesting to me. I didn't know that Excedrin migraine, one of the main ingredients was caffeine. I didn't know that caffeine was a headache thing.
So that is the secret ingredient that's not so secret in a headache. I used to get migraines all the time, and I always have Excedrin migraine in my purse. But going back to the no dose and a Tylenol, your headache will be gone so fast because the caffeine, like you got a headache because your blood vessels are restricted, they're constricted, but the caffeine, like it just loosens it up. I'm telling you, I am no way or shape or form endorsed by no dose. I know it seems like I am, but it's a cure for a lot of things. So get you some no dose, a Tylenol, and some dark chocolate. Now
I've heard about dark chocolate with the headaches. I've heard of that before.
Yes. Yeah, leave that.
And no dose has been keeping truckers alive on the roads for years, so there's something to it. You know what I mean?
And helping college kids stay up and study all night.
I will say this is one of my best friends swears by like a McDonald's cheeseburger meal, like a Big Mac meal or whatever, as a hangover cure. He's like, I don't know what it is. He doesn't eat McDonald's anytime, but anytime he's hungover because he had a few the night before, he goes through McDonald's and gets that. What are you smirking for, Claudia? Why you?
No, because your little sound effect was cute.
Oh, thanks. When he's had a few too many drinks, he hits that fast food meal, and he swears that that's the ultimate hangover cure. And I kind of believe him.
Can you do it again?
Oh, when you have a little.
I don't know.
You know,
I'm tickled by it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's something about greasy food soaking up the alcohol. Like that's the thing.
Sure.
I know, like White Castle was a remedy for a lot of people. Pizza soaks up the alcohol too. So I think all of that stuff, you know, like anything that can sit in your stomach and get that alcohol up out of there. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know, like I come from the era of like tussin and castor oil. Like castor oil, like probably helped get Magic Johnson right. You know what I mean? Like in the right amount. You know,
castor oil.
If you make no dose and castor oil.
Wow, I was waiting. I knew we had
what happens?
No dose recipe coming. I knew we do.
You'll be HIV negative.
Undetectable after 2 no dose. Allegedly, supposedly. This episode
legal,
brought to you.
Allegedly, legal note.
Okay, so all right. I'm gonna try not to get mad about this story because I'm a science nerd. I love science. I love space. So the Apollo 11 landed on the moon in 1969. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin famously, they walked on the moon, right? Well, some people are throwing a question mark on there. One of those people is Kim Kardashian because she thinks that the moon landing might have been a hoax.
Do you think that we didn't walk on the moon? I don't think we did. I think it was fake. I've seen a few videos on Buzz Aldrin talking about how it didn't happen. He says it all the time now in interviews.
A million interviews with both Buzz Aldrin and
Yes.
the other one.
Do it.
And this girl says, what was the scariest moment? And he goes, there was no scary moment because it didn't happen. It could have been scary, but it wasn't because it didn't happen.
Why does Buzz Aldrin say it didn't happen? There's no gravity on the moon. Why is the flag blowing? The shoes that they have in the museum that they wore on the moon is a different print in the photos. Why are there no stars?
And what do you have to say to the people who are going to say you're crazy for saying that?
They're gonna say I'm crazy no matter what. But like, go to TikTok, see for yourself.
All right.
Oh, Jesus Lord. This guy's all right. Well, NASA Administrator Sean Duffy clapped back on X, confirming that yes, we've been to the moon before 6 times. He also said they plan to go back under the NASA Artemis project. What's more fake? The moon landing? TikTok conspiracy theorists? I mean, who do y'all believe? Because a lot of things online are chopped up,
Sure.
and taken out of context. Because I've seen that clip that she was talking about with Buzz Aldrin talking, and it was out of context. The way it was presented, where I saw it, like Buzz Aldrin actually like swung on a reporter.
He hit a
one
man in
time.
the face over this.
Yeah, like Buzz meant it. He's
Yeah.
the real Buzz Lightyear.
I mean, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist either, and I'm like, Kim, all right, knock it off. But I will say this. Look how many technical problems we have in 2025. Okay. And this is a high-end, multi-million-dollar operation here. Okay. Okay.
Side dick? Yep. Uh-huh.
So in 1969, 20 years before the appearance of a cell phone that was this big, right? Like this big. The president was on a landline talking to the hey, and it was clear. There are some things that do make you like side-eye it, where you're like, but I don't know, like a lot of stuff is taken out of context where they are like chopping up interviews, but I could see why people have an issue with it, because look how raggedy the equipment looked. And you mean to tell me that little Range Rover, Land Rover thing that landed on the moon was able to get firepower to take off again and come back to Earth? It does seem a little sketchy. But
go ahead.
But go ahead.
Now the thing is, like, I will jump out the window and say I don't think we landed on the moon when we said we did.
Yeah,
I think we eventually did.
Mm-hmm.
I question the first original thing. You know what I mean? And then for them to convene, we accidentally taped over the moon landing. We don't got the original tape no more. My bad. Like, and that's literally the thing. They literally accidentally taped over the moon, the original footage of the moon landing.
Is that what they say?
Convenient. Yeah, like it was a Googleable fact.
What else did they need to record? All in the Family? Like, what do they have to record over?
It was an old black woman who wanted to see the stories.
See my stories?
Young and the Restless. We lost the moon footage landing for Young and the Restless.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we've been to the moon. We've been to the moon a number of times. I believe something in the neighborhood of 14 people have walked on the moon total. As far as like, how did the president talk on a landline? I'm sure you've heard of radio. And if you think the moon landing in 1969 was difficult, wait until you hear about Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. Those bad boys are outside of the solar system. And we still talk to Voyager 1. And it takes longer every single time because it lives off of radio. It solar charges itself out in space. And we communicate it with the radio. And NASA still actually uses radio signals, which is also the plot of the first Star Trek movie, by the way. And so, yeah, we were definitely there. V'ger, which is Voyager scratched off. You real nerds know. But yeah, we gotta go to break before they come for us, because our multi-million-dollar operation here, we're just held together with paper clips and.
Wait, you guys
magnets.
aren't getting millions for this? You guys aren't getting millions for this? Never
Wow.
mind. Let's get a
I'm
break.
I'm getting paid in no dose.
All right, we got to take a quick break. We'll see you guys in 2 minutes.
This is time for the question of the day, and here we go, setting the scene. Now listen, you chilling, living your best life, minding your business, maybe sipping a little latte or maybe snorting some no-dos, don't know. And then you're kidnapped, bag over the head, transported to a warehouse, the whole nine. The bad news, you're being held for ransom. The good news, your friends got to come up with the cash to save you. Now, based off of the friends that you have in your current pocket right now, be honest, how much do you think your circle could raise for your ransom? And we're not talking a few $100. We're talking thousands, and depending on, I don't know, where you're at in life, they might be asking for millions of dollars. But how much could your friends pony up for your safety and rescue? Tanner, what do you think?
Wow. Like my friends, like the people I've been running around with recently, I would like to think, a couple $1,000, but they would try to negotiate. They would try to talk the number down, and I would encourage them to do so. My friends would try to negotiate. They would try to say, what if we can do some work for you, some digital marketing? Do you have any? Would that be valuable for you as well? So that's the kind of crew I'm running around with right now.
How would you do, Claudia?
I think they have the potential to raise millions of dollars, but I think they'll probably get about $1,500. And some of it might come from asking me for it.
Oh, wow. All
you
right.
had to pay your own ransom.
Very
Come for you.
HK, what do you think? You've got the whole family. You've got a crew.
Oh, I would be dead, like the little brother on Paid in Full. First, my thumb would be sent via box, and then after that, they'd find my body somewhere in an abandoned junkyard. Because this crew that I'm staring at on camera aside, I am my wealthiest friend. I have nobody. It makes me sad. I go on trips. I can't take nobody with me unless I pay for them to go. It hurts my heart because, during better times in a more booming, Obama economy, you get a trip. Man, I took people places they ain't never been before, including Maine. And now you just get to a point where you gotta take your acorns and harvest them in. But I just know that no one in my current wheelhouse that I know, unless I'm missing somebody, because I do forget who's in my phone sometimes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I think if Claudia could get $1,500, I would probably get $172.88 and maybe a promise to host an event and make a beat.
You know what? At least your people don't have it. That's the reason why you wouldn't get it. My people have it. I just think they're like, She's already 52. She's already had a good life.
I think
beginning of the fourth quarter, end of the third.
wow.
No kids. I'll take care of her cat. Do I want to give up money for her to come back?
Yeah.
You know?
My people would think that I probably needed it for a little while. Like they might try to get me out, but they would let me be kidnapped for a good 2 or 3 weeks. Like I probably need the lesson.
Yeah, like for me, man, like, all right, and it's messed up because this would probably be the chickens coming home to roost, right? Quick story, I'll tell it in under 30 seconds. Once upon a time, there was a friend of mine who I worked with, and I say friend loosely. We worked in the same place. She left her job to go run off with R. Kelly. And then like one day she calls me from a payphone at Subway saying, hey, I need $500. I got to get away from this man. And I didn't believe her because it's like, he won't let you go home. That's crazy.
She ended up on the documentary.
She ended up on a whole documentary, that was the equipment, and I had it. I could have did it, but I didn't know her like that. So I feel like my friends who are more famous than me that I have in my phone that I consider like, yo, we're cool, right? Like I feel like they'd be like, yeah, he'll be all right. He'll figure it out. He ain't really.
That's what I feel.
This woman asked for the money,
and Headkrack could have stopped her sex trafficking, and he did not.
She made a choice. She made a choice. She left her whole job, and I feel terrible. I feel terrible.
No, you do really.
No, I feel terrible now because like, wow, because like when someone calls you from a Subway telling you a fantastical story, and this is before Subway was the place that lies were told about. Shout out to Jussie Smollett. Like, you know, it just seemed like a tall tale.
Okay, can we make a pact here?
I know what you're gonna say. Is it to watch the documentary?
Oh, the documentary changed my mind. It is good, but I will say amongst the three of us, okay, Tana, we're new friends. Headkrack, we go back, but I like y'all. We make a pact that if there is a kidnapping thing and a ransom, we, with this multi-million-dollar operation, will at least be willing to put up 2 weeks of our pay to get the other person out. Can we like agree on that?
If I had a knife, I'd cut my hand. Actually, I have a box cutter here. Actually,
right here.
Blood pack.
Okay.
Whoa.
Hey.
But I'm in.
2 weeks of this salary of this multi-million-dollar operation here.
Yeah.
We will put that on the line.
2 weeks of side dish. But the other two people need to continue to do the show. So, you know, the show still has to happen. You know,
well, we have to, how else are we going to pay for it?
Yeah. Or maybe
multi-million-dollar operation.
There it is. Okay.
All right, we running off the break. When we come back.
Welcome back. Y'all know what time it is.
is it? Hey.
All right, y'all. Florida strikes again. 6 people got busted for airing out their privates on a public beach.
You heard that right. 6 sets of privates, 6 hits of no-dos. Okay, so when their usual nudist spot, Blind Creek Beach, closed for renovations, these 6 free-spirited friends, aged 27 to 77, took their talents to Little Mud Creek Boat Ramp.
Hey, no swim trunks, no bikinis, just bare bodies and bad decisions. Now, cops pulled up to the cheeky scene after people complained that the funky bunch were naked and they were afraid. Now, everybody showing their ass got hit with indecent exposure of sexual organ charges and $500 bond. All right, y'all. Whose cousin is it? I mean, when you go by those nude beaches, man, and even though the sun may make them look khaki, they're still typically Tanner's cousin.
Yeah, I went to one in Jamaica. Well, it was next door to the hotel I was at, and we snuck on over to the nude side. Ugh, my eyes. Not one person there was someone you wanted to see naked. When I tell you the wrinkles were everywhere and sagging skin, long balls, long ass titties, to the titties to the waist. It was nobody that you want to see naked. No one had anything I wanted to see. And sadly, except for one guy and his obese wife, it was all Tanner's cousins.
Yeah, I when we got to Nudist Colony, I knew it was my cousins. I knew that was my people. It's like meth. It's like a meth crime. I don't know why that's us. It's us. There's no chance. I mean, I don't know. Wait, okay, let me hit you with this. Do you think all 6 are my cousin, or do you think they recruited one other cousin?
I think there's gonna be an other in the mix.
There's always one.
Yeah, and the other at the mix might be able to speak Espanol.
Okay.
I say
I'm gonna
there's
be specific on the cousin.
I will say if there's one extremely thin black man, there will be at least 1 or 2 extremely large white women.
Claudia in her descriptions, extremely thin, long balls.
Well,
Right,
let's pull the towel off this one, shall we? Move that van.
Oh!
There go the other. There go the other right there.
That will
Jesus.
another.
That's a Jesus. So Jesus.
Wow.
Some of these people look like presidents from a bizarre universe.
Yeah, some of these, like the man in the middle on top looks happy about it.
Yeah,
Can we see
and,
the
the,
pictures again?
and the one
I
in the
don't wanna
upper
see-
right-hand corner looked wild.
Yeah.
They all look like people that look like that want to be on nude beaches all the time. They should.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I
never
remember
even-
I zipped by like on a jet ski one time, and I was like, "Why is this lady wearing a corduroy outfit?" No, she wasn't. She was naked, and that's just how her skin was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Harrison, Knapp, Lambert, Markenth, Quant, and Ramos.
Mm.
I think Ramos is servicing all of them.
Wow.
He's their weed dealer.
He
Well,
might be.
well done, gang. Well done. We
did it.
kind of did it. We're gonna claim this as a victory for the crew. Happy
We
Veterans
did.
Day to everybody out there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this YouTube live stream, and tell others.
And
Yeah,
tell
happy
others
Veterans
about that.
Day. Thank you guys for your service. Hey, and reach out and tell your veteran that you're happy they served. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.